Hello, hello, and welcome back to what I thought was going to be the finale of this series. We've been trading this 100k challenge for 12 months now. So we've been trading it for a year and we're in profit, but we're also still in phase one. So we haven't really moved very far from when we started, but we're up. That's something that I can be proud of. I didn't just fail miserably in front of all, 4,000 of you guys. I've actually only taken one trade this month. We'll talk about that in just a moment, but I have some pretty exciting news before we get into that. I've spoken with the Fivers and we may be able to extend this series for another 12 months, which would be really cool. But I don't want the next 12 months to go like the last 12 months where we've kind of got not much really going on, loss after loss after loss, and then an occasional big winning trade to save us. I want to do something new, something maybe a little bit more exciting. As some of you know, I've been working on a mean reversion strategy, trading volume profiles for maybe 6 to 8 months with one of my trading partners. And although I'm not quite happy with where this strategy is at the moment, I still want to do a lot of work on it, on gathering data and things. I was thinking it could be pretty cool if we go into month 13 or maybe season 2 of this challenge with an entirely new trading strategy. Like I said, this trading strategy, it's still kind of early days. I want to be practicing it a bit more, but I thought, why not live test it in front of all of you? So the stakes are fairly high. I could just lose the challenge miserably with this new trading strategy, or I could just pass it in 2 months. It really could go either way. So we'll see how it goes. I might take a 1 month break from this series and try and refine the strategy a little bit more before we start trading it again in month 14. I'll let you guys know. We'll see what happens. But yeah, for now, we'll just take a look at this trade that I've taken in month 12. We'll take potentially our final look at the dashboard for year one. As usual, if you're interested in taking a Fivers challenge of your own, I'll leave a link down below. And yeah, let's get into the charts. Hope you like the new setup, by the way. So in February, I took one trade, and honestly, it's not one of my best trades. I think maybe feeling the pressure of coming to the end of this challenge. Also, on EU, I've not taken a trade since September of 2024. So this is my first trade on EU in nearly a year and a half, which is just crazy. So maybe that kind of spurred me on as well a little bit. But yeah, the reason I decided to take this trade, it's a flag by the way, right here, was for a couple of reasons. So 12 pip stop loss. First of all, prior price action, we had this descending channel, and you can see how we've kind of start to slow. So we've got the descending here, and you can see it's getting progressively more and more descending until we had this push up over here. So the impulse coming from this price action is just superb. I mean, you could even say that we've got like a liquidity sweep right here, breaking below this low, breaking below this low. I've actually got my my up candle template on right there. There's my liquidity template. So liquidity sweep below these two lows, big push up. The element I didn't like about this trade was there was a soft shift right here. And I would say that this is a soft shift because if you take one of these candles and you compare it with any of these bullish candles, it doesn't really compare, to be honest. I would say that this isn't really showing me a huge amount of bearish momentum. And then to top it all off, we had this range. So that gave me even more confidence that we were not, that this was not a shift, because otherwise I would have expected price to pull back quite soon after this. But no, instead we got a range which showed that momentum still hadn't shifted. Again, this is kind of like a liquidity sweep. I wanted quite a strong reaction because I was not super confident with this soft shift. But yeah, I love it when we get this kind of price action where we get a push up, a longer flag, and then this is basically a sweep and a flag all in one. So yeah, I felt quite happy taking that, particularly right before or right around the time of news. I thought maybe we'd get a boost of momentum because this is also New York Open. And let's see what happened. Well, we moved up. I wasn't able to reduce my risk, so we got the news spike that I was hoping for, but then we came back and tagged me out for a 1% loss. So that's the only trade I've taken this month. Let's take a look at how that's impacted our Fivers challenge. So we've come a long way. We've come from some highs and we're way back to the starting point, more or less. So you can see that we started this challenge of March of 2025 We trickled down all the way down to 97,000, and then we hit our massive NJ trade, taking us above the profit target, but we still needed the minimum profitable trading days, which we just haven't had the opportunity to take. There have been winning trades, but I don't know if it's greed or strategy, but I decided to hold those winning trades rather than closing them out for the profitable trading days. I decided to hold them out in hopes of getting back above the profit target and hitting the minimum profitable trading days. But unfortunately, those trades which were running in a small profit, they come back for a loss. So I didn't get the profitable trading days or the profit target. So I basically went all in on the few winning trades that I did have, going above the profit target and getting me a profitable trading day. Because I could have closed early, like I said, just to get this profitable trading days. And you can see that since May, 9 months ago, we've just been trickling down, trickling down, trickling down. During this time, there have been multiple missed winning trades. I remember there was a big NJ trade and a big AJ trade around autumn of last year, which unfortunately I just didn't take them. I just missed them. And then also there was a big AU trade in January, which I did take, but I got tagged out because of spreads. Some people got to stay in, some people got tagged out. Unfortunately, I was one of the ones that got tagged out. So there have been opportunities to get us back above the profit target, and there have been opportunities to hit the profitable trading days. But unfortunately, that's just the way trading goes sometimes. I've not been doing anything wrong. I'm happy with the way I've been trading. The strategy hasn't been performing as well as I'd like, which is why I've been exploring other strategies, which maybe we can start moving into in month 13, which could be exciting. But yeah, ultimately, this is a very accurate reflection of what profitable trading takes, what profitable trading looks like. I know there are traders that will make, 50% in a year, 100% in a year, but to see them do that every year is just not possible. The best traders in the world, they have years where they make 0% profit. And unfortunately, that's what this year was for our Fivers challenge. So, like I said, moving into month 13, we're going to try switching it up. I'll keep looking for these trending entries. Maybe we can do a bit of hedging by taking two different strategies on this account. And yeah, thank you so much for following this challenge along for a year. I really appreciate you guys supporting me. I've just noticed here, actually, I need to take a trade soon. I've got 18 inactive trading days, so I'll have to take a trade soon. But yeah, thank you so much for following this for a year. I hope you're interested in seeing a new trading strategy, seeing us actually pass this challenge, because we're not failing it. That's one thing we're not going to do. After all this time, we will not fail this challenge. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in a couple weeks with an exciting video. Bye.